Hello and welcome back to those of you who've been here before. I've got my, what is it? The Witching Hour. Why did I forget the title? Shows the state of mind I'm in. So I have that. It's tea today and I have a penguin. As we all know, I love a penguin, and this is a penguin fresh from the fridge. Because in my world, you cannot have chocolate. Well, you can have chocolate if it's not cold, but if you want to enhance your chocolate eating experience, cold is what you want it to be. So welcome back, as I said. If you've been here before, I'm very grateful that you're back again. If you haven't been here before, my name is Deborah Carr and I write historical fiction in that name. I also write contemporary romance series as Georgina Troy and psychological thrillers as Ella Drummond. And I'm a bit late with last week's video, obviously, because this is Monday and it's a brand new week. So I'm sorry that I didn't make a video last week, but it has been rather hectic. Actually, to be honest, I noticed something on my memories, on my Facebook memories, a couple of weeks ago, and it was about me saying, oh, I'm writing my 21st book, and it was exactly 3 years ago, and I've now just finished my 31st book. So no wonder I'm tired. 10 books in 3 years, for me, that's a lot. I have now delivered, as I mentioned last week, I have delivered my Witching Hour structural edits to my editor. I'm waiting to hear back. I'm in no rush to hear back because I'm hoping it's not a massive amount of work. Actually, no, it wasn't structural edits, was it? No, it wasn't. It was line edits. So actually, no, that's fine. They should be fine. So they won't be massive edits when I get them back. Phew, that's a relief. But it's my book for my Hollyhock Farm series. I delivered those last week and I will wait to hear back for my structural edits, and I should get them back next week from my editor. So I have, oh, I'm so tired, I have a week off. I've had an awful lot going on in my world, which I can't share right now. It's all good. It's all changes, but it's a lot of work. And this morning I was out for 2 hours with my dogs. So Rue, for those of you who've been here before, will probably remember that Rue had, actually no, I didn't do a video last week, sorry. So you will know that Rue had an x-ray over a week ago because I thought he'd hurt his cruciate ligament because he was holding one of his back legs up, but it wasn't. He had arthritis in his hip. Well, as if in the last 3 weeks, having one dog diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and getting used to injecting him twice a day, another one having an x-ray, having to be knocked out. And this dog, when I say he's terrified of the vet, his teeth chatter and his whole body shakes. He's that scared. It took 3 of us on Friday, because we had another drama with him, to hold him still so that he could actually be given sedation. So, and it was an injection. It was a quick thing. So what happened was on Friday morning or Thursday morning, I can't remember which day it was. I think it was probably Thursday morning. So Thursday morning, I've done a little short below saying it was a dramatic start to my day. Oh, I have talked about it before, but not the aftermath of it. So what happened was I injected Claude, and when I went to put, it's a little injection, a little needle rather. When I went to put, it's a little cap on. It's a very narrow cap that goes on top of it. As I pushed it on, I obviously was not focusing completely because there's usually dog barking or fretting or something. It must have caught on the inside, must have been completely straight, and the needle caught on the inside and I pushed it down. So the needle pushed itself through the plastic tube straight into my finger. So that was really sore. So then I had the panic of, well, there was no insulin in it because I just injected the dog, but I have just put this needle through dog skin. Does that mean I will get something horrible? Hello, my name is Deborah and I can be a real drama queen and a hypochondriac, so I'll hold my hands up to that. So I did what I thought any sensible person would do, and I phoned the emergency vet. Now, I have since told 2 of my friends this, and both thought it was hysterically funny that I stabbed myself with a needle. I mean, my finger bled a lot, So I squeezed it thinking, oh, I'll get out any germs. Meanwhile, I then read about it, then Googled it, and it said whatever you do, don't squeeze it, because you could also be squeezing whatever it is into your blood system. So even more panic. So I phoned the emergency vet, because surely in my logic, if you have anything that's to do with animals, even if it's yourself, you phone the vet, I assumed. My mum lived in South Africa for nearly 40 years, and I lived there for like about 18 months and was always there back and forth. And she had lots of horses. And I know that they called the vets, maybe because the vet was a friend, I don't know. She did live on a farm, which is a little bit in the sticks sometimes. She lived on a couple. And vets are very well-trained people, but apparently that's not quite normal. My friends who have always been in Europe, thought a doctor would probably be the person you'd call if you did something like that. Anyway, I called the vet, and because I assumed that if this happened to me, it might have happened to her. Anyway, it had. The emergency vet, I did apologise profusely. I have phoned them once a week since Claude was diagnosed, because I'd messed up his injection twice, and I had stabbed myself with the needle the other time. And I said, I'm so sorry to call, but this has happened, and I don't know, should I do something? Should that be all right? And he said, oh, I've done that a few times. You should be absolutely fine. Make sure you wash it out thoroughly. Had actually done that. And make sure you cover it up with some antiseptic cream. I had actually done that. And keep an eye on it. So if it goes nasty, obviously, go to your doctor. So that's what I did. Anyway, thankfully, it was fine. So that was Thursday morning. Then Thursday evening, Rue was holding up his leg. Or was that in the morning? I don't even know what day it is right now. Anyway, there was blood in my hand. And I thought, well, I couldn't see any blood on him. Didn't know what it was. He then put his paw down. He walked fine. There was no blood anywhere else. It didn't seem to bleed anymore. I had no idea. It was very, very strange. It was as if he'd stood in blood and then... But it was fine after that. Wasn't limping, nothing at all. Anyway, the evening, he yelped, because when he gets excited, he runs in circles, and he yelped. And then when I checked him, he was bleeding again. So I phoned I didn't phone the emergency vet. I did. No, I phoned the vet, the number they said to call, and you couldn't get through. So I then online booked an appointment at his vet's, took him there the next day, and apparently he had partially ripped off his dew claw. And the reason it was not at the side and was under here was it must have obviously gone down there. So basically he had to stay and have it taken off, and he is so scared. So anyway, he had his injection. I left him there, and he had it taken off and brought him home. And he's not a good patient. He and Javi are really not good patients. So he whined and was very unhappy all day. Anyway, one of the things the vet said to do is to take him to the beach and let him paddle in the sea, which thankfully he loves. He's a real water baby, to help heal his dew claw. So this morning we went down to the beach. It was too hot to go on Saturday. And Sunday, it was still a bit too hot to take them out. So I went first thing this morning, and he had a lovely paddle, probably had about 4 paddles in the sea, and then a lovely run up and down the beach, because we're allowed on the beach till before 10 or 10:30. I think it's probably 10:30. And then after 6:30 or 6 o'clock, between the end of May and the beginning or the end of October. I can never remember. I always have to look it up. So he's very happy now. He didn't eat for a day, but now he's eating. He's perfectly happy. So my world in the last few days has been consistent of dogs. Yeah. So we had another little mishap on Sunday with Claude's injection. Oh, he was fine. I will be fine. I'll get over my trauma. Again, I phoned the poor vet and said, I'm so sorry. But apparently that's fine. That's what we're here for, she said. Oh, these people are so kind. But we're all fine apart from that. And both books have gone. So I have, I think, about a week where I can do well, when I say very little, I've got lots to do. But I don't have deadlines for about a week. And so I have got another project on the go. It's a very long-term project, and It's all in this book. What are you eating? What have you got? Don't eat anything. You're not supposed to eat things. That's Claude. He's obviously found something. Someone is eating it. I don't need another drama with these dogs. I don't think I can stand it. Yes, so it's in all the notes and secrets are in this book. So I can't share that probably for a while. But that's sort of what's keeping me busy, which is, well, that and the dogs. So that's nice. But apart from that, my hollyhocks are coming out. I will see if I can turn this around. Sorry, my fat hand in the way. Window. See the... Oh, look at my lovely poppies. And if we look out this way, we have got some hollyhocks. They're pretty. And we have a Jarvie. Jarvie? Monkey. He always ignores me when I try. Oh, are we looking at me? There's my little boy, who's the bravest soldier in the world. Aren't you, Claude? Are you brave, Claude? Says not talking to you because you won't give me a treat. And where's Bunny? Oh, there's Bunny, who's healing really nicely. Oh, pop it. And there's me. Oh, gosh, look at that. There's me. So thank you very much. I hope you have... Oh, sorry, I'm trying to hold this. I'm not doing very well. I hope you have a great week ahead because it is only Monday. And I will see you next time. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I hope you have a lovely week. I'm going to be going outside and doing some stuff in my garden because I need to make the most of not having a book to do right now. So thank you for joining me and see you next week.